Hello, nursery children. Today we're going to have a story about Jack and the incredibly mean Stalk. We have this in nurseries, you might be able to remember it. And the lady who wrote it is called Gemma Kari and Kelly Caswell. She did a lovely picture. She's the illustrator. Now we look on the blurb at the back. Oh, can you see the giant? For a quick, quirky twist on a classic fairy tale, you will need one puzzle boy, one lonely giant, some parachutes made from pants, a slightly stinky mum, and an incredibly mean Stalk. Mix them together for a delicious story about friendship, kindness, and above all, happiness. That's what we need, isn't it? Friendship, kindness, and happiness. So let's see. Mean Stalk. There's Jack with television. And lots of beans. Wow. Oh, can you see? Jack's got a beanstalk twisted round him. There we go. Jack must live in a flat. Can you see all the houses on top of each other? Once there was a boy called Jack. He lived with his mum in a tiny flat and believed in magic. I think we all believe in a bit of magic, don't we? One day Jack sold their television in return for some magic beans. Remember the other story? It was a cow, this time it's a television. I don't think I could live without my television. Jack's mum was so angry. There she is. She's not looking very happy. She'd look like I'd look if somebody sold my television. Very, very cross. And she tossed the beans out of the window. Before long, something began to rumble. What is it? Said Mum. An earthquake, suggested Jack. Oh, you see, she's thrown it out the window. Is it an earthquake? No, it's a beanstalk, isn't it? Jack and his mum ran outside just as a little green shoot burst from the earth. That's the like when you plant a little seed and you get the roots coming up and then it shoots green bits. The little shoot became a thin stem. It's like when it starts growing. And then the thin stem became a chunky stalk, bigger and bigger. The crowd began to gather nearby. See, said the stalk. Bye, it cried, growing taller still. Boom, bee boom, it yelled to everyone who could hear. I smell a boy and his stinky mum. Oh, you can't say that about mums. Oh my goodness me. He doesn't sound very nice, does he? Jack's mum immediately scuffered home to take a bath. Oh no. Oh, mum. Can you see this? Let me show you the snail there. Oh, poor mum's face. Can you see? The beanstalk's getting very big. That was a bit unkind, said Jack to the beanstalk. There he is, talking to the beanstalk. Well, it replied, I'm not any old beanstalk, I'm an incredibly mean stalk. And I plan to level up my name. Do you know what else I can smell? What? Said Jack. Your whippy feet. Oh, can't say that about people's feet, can you? The crowd laughed and Jack blushed. He got a bit red. Luckily for me, said the mean stalk, I'll be growing higher and higher, far away than your festering toes. There he is. That mean stalk getting taller and taller. He doesn't sound very nice, does he? Oh, poor Jack and his mum. Jack felt miserable. He sat with his mum looking at the space where their TV used to be. He was disappointed that his magic beans had created such a monster. Meanwhile, the beanstalk grew up and up. There it is, going up and up. See our lovely rainbow? Oh, Jack, it is. It's beautiful up here. What a shame I'm the only one tall enough to see it. You could let me climb up, said Jack. Never, replied the mean stalk, and it carried on growing. Oh, it doesn't sound very nice, this beanstalk, does it? Very, very mean. There it is. His mean face. One day the stork spotted a giant's castle nesting in the clouds. Beep, hi, bo, bum, roared the mean stork. I detect bops from the giant's bum. The castle drawbridge creaked and lowered, and the giant appeared. There he is. Please don't be mean, he said bashfully. I'm ever so lonely up here and entirely friendless. Might you be my friend? What do you think the mean stork's going to say? Never, replied the mean stork, and it carried on growing. Isn't that mean stork nasty? Ooh. There's the giant, and there's the mean stork. Wait, said the giant. Do you know anyone who might be willing to be my friend? I know a podgy boy called Jack, said the stork. You two are probably smell enough for one another. Would you kindly allow me to climb down and meet him? Asked the giant. Never, replied the mean stork. Oh, he's not very kind, is he? But the giant wasn't ready to give up. He wrote letters to Jack, and he sent small presents floating down through the sky. Oh, there he is, sending an apple. He's sending a letter, and he's sending some raspberry jam, and he's sending a cupcake. And he's using, like sometimes he's using his underpants there, isn't he? I think he must be using some handkerchiefs and things. Not a nice idea. Jack read the giant's letters and received his thoughtful gifts. He wanted to thank him. Please, please, can I climb up to meet the giant? Jack begged. Never, replied the mean stork. Just look at how tall I am. I'm taller than the towers. I'm taller than the giraffes. I'm taller than the rainforest. Rainforest is where we have jungles and we have monkeys. I'm taller than a stack of skyscrapers, and the skyscrapers, really, really, really tall buildings. I'm the tallest thing on the planet. Bet he hasn't got many friends though, as if he's mean like that. Wow, look at this. He's going up into space, isn't he? Wow. Soon the mean stork grew so tall that he soared through the Earth's atmosphere and burst into space. Fee, fi, bo, bum, it cried. Now I'll have some real fun. Wow, look at it. The planets, all the stars. The mean stork floated around, drifting between the stars and planets. After a few days of floating and drifting, the stork realized how quiet it was. Suddenly it felt very, very low. What am I doing up here? It thought sadly. Yeah, there's not many people live up in space, is it? Up in the rockets. There we go. The mean stork wound its body round and round back to Earth. It saw how happy everyone was. There they are, having a nice play, aren't they? They're playing skipping. They haven't missed me at all, it thought the mean stork. I'm useless. Being mean is useless. Because we've missed you. I've seen you all. The mean stork nudged its head through Jack's window. Jack, it said tearfully, I want to stop being mean, but I don't know how. I have a few ideas, said Jack. I think we could think of a few ideas as well, couldn't we? Not being nice to your friends, we always thought. Oh, wow! Look who's come to meet Jack. Nice to meet you, Jack. Jack's got a lovely tie on. You must be the giant. Oh, that's nice, isn't it? Oh, wow! The mean stork's letting the boys and girls come down on leaves. Isn't that kind? Oh, wow, can you see? He's helping the firemen. So helpful. Big fire. He's letting them walk up his leaves. Isn't that kind? Very useful indeed. Yeah, he's letting the mum use him as a washing line. Isn't that kind? Thank you, mean stork. And he's letting everyone walk him up his stairs. Oh, that's kind, isn't it? Wait a minute, said Jack. We can't call you mean Stalk anymore. You're kind and helpful and extremely useful. Bet you're like that for your adults. Kind and helpful. What shall we call you instead? Said the not mean at all Stalk, thinking carefully. I quite like the name Stanley. Very well, said Jack. Thank you, Stanley. Oh, look at the giant. So Jack and the giant and Stanley and everyone else lived together happily, and Stanley never called anyone stinky again. There he is. It's like a helter skelter when you go down on a little mat. And they're going down on leaves, aren't they? Down Stanley. And there they are. They're swinging on Stanley's little stalk there. It's called branches. And look at Jack sat up there. There's the castle. Oh, and there's Jack's mum. He's always happy. And that is the end of our story. So we're going to have a lovely day when we're all kind and helpful and not at all mean. Okay, my darlings, you take care. See you very, very soon. Bye-bye.